What's up guys, Luke Deutschlander here with another video. If you guys like my videos, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and drop a comment below. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to tell if a customer's phone is truly unlocked and how to basically get out of the customer what phone company or what carrier they're actually used the phone for, not the one that they said or the I don't know what phone company or what carrier it is. So we're going to walk through a couple of different scenarios in this video, and hopefully this will help some people out there. So first off, I'm going to go off on a little rant on people saying that my phone's unlocked. So I don't know where, I don't know who, but somebody somewhere along the lines started using the term, my phone's unlocked. Oh, I think it's unlocked. My phone's definitely unlocked. Oh, I can use it on any company. I don't know where this came from, but everybody for some reason, especially T-Mobile customers, always seem to think that their phone is T-Mobile unlocked. And I don't know why, because T-Mobile and Sprint phones are usually the ones that never get unlocked. So I have no idea where this term came from. But I'm telling you, if your customer basically says, yeah, my phone's unlocked and it's T-Mobile or Sprint, chances are it's not unlocked. Now, of course, if you run it on SICW and you use the IMEI check and it actually does show it's SIM unlocked, okay, it's unlocked. But that being said, I'm sure all of you out there, even the newer people, have heard a customer say, oh, I think my phone's unlocked, or I was told that it's unlocked. I don't know why people say this. I don't know if people say it because of the fact that they're actually confused, or sometimes people actually say it because they're trying to scam you and they know that there's a bill owed on the phone company that they use it on. I'm not sure. But anyways, let's walk through basically a few scenarios where you can kind of decipher what phone company the phone is actually for, and then also using a paid check, which is also a huge help. So a couple different scenarios will kind of run down like this. A customer will call you on the phone, and the customer will say, hey, you know, I have an iPhone 7 Plus, blah, 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 blah. You'll talk. And then you say, what carrier? So first off, let's talk about the word carrier. I personally do not train any of my students to use the word carrier because a lot of older people and even people our age, when you say what carrier is it for, it's not a common term used by people who aren't in the smartphone or tech industry. So typically what I say is I tell my students to say, what phone company is the device for, or what phone company is it for? Now, sometimes the person will say, I'm not sure, I never used it, but I think it's for T-Mobile. Or the person will say, I'm not sure. That is when you say, okay, well, what phone company did you use it on? So you actually ask them, what phone company were they using it for? Because obviously they were using the phone on some kind of company. But you always say the word company. It's just a more simplex word. Most people know what that means. And like I said, it kind of trips people up also if they try giving you some kind of story that, oh, I don't know what phone company or I don't know what carrier means. You just say, well, what phone company did you use it on? And this is also what I say when a customer says, oh, well, it's unlocked. That's when you say, okay, awesome, you think it's unlocked? Well, what phone company did you use it on? You just say it nice, calmly, and casually. You know, don't get mad or anything because, you know, the customer's kind of, you know, filling you full of BS when they say it's unlocked. Of course, like I said, it can show up unlocked sometimes if you check it on SICW and it shows SIM unlocked. However, most of the time, like I said, it's going to be one of these scenarios. So you always want to ask the customer, okay, great, what phone company did you use it on? Or, okay, great, what phone company is it for? Always use the word phone company, and if they start to trip up or just keep saying it's unlocked, that's when you ask them what phone company did they personally use it on. Now, if the customer says that they didn't ever use the phone or anything, you want to be kind of cautious of this because that's kind of a red flag. If they don't know what phone company they even use it on and they never even use the phone, you know, unless of course it's a brand new sealed phone, something's kind of fishy there. Now, another way to basically check what carrier the phone is for is to go on to sicw.com or what phone company it's for and use the 10-cent Apple Basic Info Check, and that will show you what phone company it's for or what network it was purchased from, and then it will also show you if the device is locked or unlocked. So typically, one of the foolproof ways to make sure a device is unlocked is to bring extra SIM cards with you and actually test the device on, you know, multiple SIM cards. And basically, if SICW verifies that the phone is SIM unlocked, and you also bring multiple SIM cards and try activating the phone with multiple dummy SIM cards, and it activates with all of them, that means that the phone is probably GSM or CDMA or globally unlocked. So you can pretty much safely say that the SICW check is absolutely accurate. I don't recall a time that it's been wrong, but if you really want to go a step above using SICW, you can actually use these dummy SIM cards to do that. Typically, like I said, when SICW says it's SIM unlocked, you can safely say that it is. Now, going back to the whole unlocked and locked thing and T-Mobile, Sprint, and all these people that say, oh, my phone's unlocked, but it's actually not. A phone will not get unlocked unless it's completely paid off to the phone company. If it still has a balance owed, especially Sprint and T-Mobile phones, it's going to show up SIM locked because the phone company still has ties to it. There's no reason for them to unlock it. Same thing with an AT&T phone. If there's still a balance on it, it's not going to show that it's SIM unlocked. Now, there are third-party services out there that claim they can unlock phones. There is RSIM unlocking, which is actually legitimate. However, if you reset the device or update or to take the RSIM out, same thing with jailbreaking and all that. If it's ever reset, etc., the phone is not going to be unlocked. And so I don't consider that a true unlock. A true unlocked phone, doesn't matter what you do to it, it's always going to be SIM unlocked because, it was either purchased from, Best Buy or Apple and it was paid for outright and it's SIM unlocked, or it was purchased with a credit card, so the device is actually showing paid for. However, the person may still owe a balance on their credit card. That will show SIM unlocked. And then, of course, if the person has completed their installments and they've paid it off, then it's going to show SIM unlocked. And then on some phones, it might be paid off, but they're still going to need to get a confirmation or, have it unlocked from the phone company. I actually just bought an iPhone 7 Plus last week. Or it was last week, it was on the weekend. On the weekend, I bought an iPhone 7 Plus 32 gig, and actually before I did the deal, basically the lady was saying that it was for T-Mobile and that it was unlocked. Well, I checked the SIM on SICW.com, Apple Basic Info, and it was not showing me that it was unlocked at all. It said it was locked. So she said it was paid for, and I had her call the phone company, and the phone company she talked to said that she just needed to submit a request. So she did so through T-Mobile, and it was unlocked within 24 hours. I checked the SIM again, and it showed SIM unlocked, and I paid her the price that we agreed upon beforehand when she said it was unlocked. So that being said, when it comes to unlocked phones and customers claiming that it's unlocked, just kind of keep these scenarios in mind. Keep some of this stuff in mind as far as the wording that you want to use. Don't use carrier, use phone company. And then make sure all of you are double checking whether the phone is actually unlocked and that it's paid for, and just make sure everything is legit when you go and try and quote a phone as unlocked, because of the fact that there's all these kind of different scenarios that can happen, and you want to make sure of it. A phone can be SIM unlocked and still be blacklisted, by the way. Of course, that would involve the customer reporting it stolen, or basically, falsely reporting it stolen to the carrier and getting it blacklisted, but it could still show SIM unlocked. So keep that in mind too. If a phone is blacklisted and it's SIM unlocked, it's still going to have a loss of value because of the fact that it's blacklisted. It doesn't make it null because of the fact that it's SIM unlocked. So keep that in mind also. But that being said, I hope this kind of gets you through some of the tougher scenarios when customers try and give you the runaround about what phone company the phone is originally for, or they fib to you and say that it's unlocked. These are kind of some ways that basically you can shoot these questions or shoot these statements at the customer. It'll kind of trip them up into telling you the truth if they're lying to you, and then they'll continue telling the truth. And then on top of that, you can also back up the checks or these statements with SICW with the IMEI check, and then also bring dummy SIM cards with you as well. So that being said, I hope all of you got some value from this. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.